Okay, so what's up guys? Today I thought that because 9b90 is pretty much dying, it's already a dead server, who even plays Minecraft in 2022, I thought that I will make my channel into a Linux tech tips channel. So today it's going to be the first episode. We're going to learn some basic commands so you can use Linux, for example, on a server, because, you know, Linux on desktop right now is just basically like GUI, so it's very similar to Windows on the surface, but the backend, so like if you're working with the server or something, you need to memorize some very important commands. Okay, so let's start with the very useful command, which is cd. So with cd you can change directory. Oh wait, actually I'm gonna tutorial. Let's make a directory called tutorial and demonstrate the cd command. I can change directory to the tutorial folder, and as you can see, I'm currently in the tilde/tutorial. Tilde is your home directory and tutorial is another directory. In Linux we usually call them directories, but from Windows you might be used to calling them folders. And although some people say that calling them folders on Linux is incorrect, I would say that call them whatever you like, because everyone understands both folders and directories. So now we can do something like ls, which is gonna list everything that is on this in this directory. So if we do ls-a, it's going to list everything, like literally everything, so including hidden files. So for example, this dot and this dot directories, they're kind of pseudo hidden directories, because dot means this directory. For example, if I want to change directory to this directory, you can see that nothing happens. And the double dot is the previous directory, right? So I'm going back one. So let me go back to tutorial. Great. Now we can move on to another command, that is cat. Cat will actually show you the insides of a file. So let's make a file here quickly and demonstrate. So because cat kinda, like, I can't demonstrate it because I don't have files in this tutorial folder, we're gonna show you another command which is called touch. So touch, basically what it does is, if the file provided doesn't exist, it creates it. And if it is, it just modifies the last modified date to right now. So if I touch, for example, woman, as you can see, I'm permitted to do that. And now if I do cat woman, you can see that it's empty. But we can use the echo command, which echo basically echoes what you tell it to. So if you do echo hi, it will tell you hi. But if I do echo hi and then redirect it, use this to redirect the output to somewhere else. And if I redirect it to a woman, and now do cat woman, as you can see, in this file there is hi. Right, and now I can demonstrate that if I do ls, I can see that there is a file called woman, and if I do lsa, it also is. Now, if I want to, for example, copy or move this file, there are two commands, cp, not to be confused with cheese pizza, and mv, and cp basically means copy and mv means move. So if I do cp woman1, as you can see, now we have two files, and if I do mv woman1 to woman2, now we have woman and woman2. That's great, right? Amazing. Okay, so now we can go on to some directory files. So what the command I used before, mkdir, is basically gonna make you a directory. But as you can see, if I for example want to make a structure called tutorial vaxry is awesome, which every word is another folder, I can't do that. For example, vaxry is awesome. See, because it says that cannot create directory, vaxry is awesome, no such file or directory. But you might be like, what? Like, I mean, yeah, there is no directory like that, I want to make it. So if you do just vaxry, it's okay, right? It will make a directory called vaxry. As you can see, it's purple, so it's a directory. And I can change to it, it's okay. But if you want to make multiple directories that are children of each other, you need to pass a special flag that is -P and then is awesome. Oh wait, fuck. It's lowercase p. There you go. And now if I do ls, there you can see there is and there is awesome. Right? Okay. So let's just go back. Now, if I want to remove that directory, I can do just rmdir and vaxry. But see, it fails to remove it because it's not empty. what I can do is do arm-r, which means recursive, and it should work. Oh, fuck. It's rm-r factory. Yeah. You can't do rm... Oh, you probably can, but I don't remember the flag. Dash P. There you go. See? Works. So you can do dash P. So let's check that, because actually you can use dash help for most, or the man page. Man armda. As you can see, there is like everything that you need to know. Okay. So we can test that. mk dash P factory is awesome. And now armda P factory is awesome. Wait, what? Oh. Never mind, doesn't work. What the fuck? Anyway, another important command is the command find. So if I have, for example, those women files here, right? But I'm gonna make a directory called women, and then echo something there. So hello to woman and woman A. So for example, now let's say that we have a lot of women in that folder, and we want to find that one specific woman. So we can use the find command to basically find it. So find command actually is kinda used differently than you might think. We don't pass a parameter usually to it. So if I do find // so current directory, you can also do this. As you can see, we have a folder, another member of a folder, and some files, right? So not really useful. But what we can utilize is another bash's ability, or zish, or whatever shell. This is piping. So you're not redirecting the output, you're piping it to another command. So now I can use a command like grep, which basically will return every line that contains something. And for example, I want to find a woman A. And as you can see, it returns me where that file is and highlights in red what I want to find. If I just leave woman, it's going to find all the files. Great. Worth noting that it will also find directories because of that, right? Because it's just a bunch of lines. But, for example, let's say that you want to list how many files of those are there, right? So, for example, let's say that you have woman, and every file is named woman, but you want to count how many of them is. Imagine there's like hundreds of them, right? That'd be tedious to count. So what you can do is pipe it again, and I'll use a utility called wc, which means word count, with a -l parameter, which means lines. And now it will return 3, because we have 3 files, as you can see, 3 lines here. So it returns 3. It's a great tool. But, for example, if you're a developer and you want to, let's say, flex on people that you have written a lot of lines of code, you might want to, for example, sum all the lines of code in your project. That's a great thing to actually ask someone. How would you count the lines of code in a project? So in a folder, basically, because it's a tricky question. But using the knowledge I've shown you and one more command, you can actually do it yourself. So what we first do is use the find command, basically, absolutely. But we have a couple lines of code in there, right? We will have 3 because each file has 1. So let's just do echo E for formatting, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that /n is a new line, and let's echo that to woman B. Now if I do cat woman B, as you can see, there is 4 lines. So great, amazing. Okay, now if I want to count the lines of code, I'm gonna use find again because I want to find files. But this time I'm going to use type F, which means file. As you can see, it will only find files right now. Okay, that's great. But we have the paths to them, but we don't have the contents. So for that, there is a command called xargs, which basically treats every line as an argument and pipes that to a command. So we can use that to pipe it to cat. And as you can see, we got all the files and all the files got called cat on it, so basically we got the outputs. And now, of course, we can use wc-l to count the lines of code. 7. Great. So if this was a big project, for example, that you were making, this is a very easy way to count the lines of code. Now, because we're going to end this tutorial because it's already 11 minutes, but I'm going to leave a homework for you to test your abilities. Clone a random repository from the internet, from GitHub, and try to count the lines of code of only one file type. So .cpp.py.c, whatever. But only of one type, not of every type. You can do it with only the things I've shown you today. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.